which is 6.5, UC California Extension. Cooperative Extension, sorry. Water and Climate Advisor Program update, Dr. Laura Garza Díaz. Matt Barnes, go ahead and lead us off.
Good morning. Thank you, Chair Crandall. Thank you, Board, for having us. Matthew Barnes, Area Director, UC Cooperative Extension. Here today to introduce Dr. Laura Garza Díaz, Area Water Resources Management Advisor for Mendocino and Lake County, specializing in water policy and management. Dr. Garza Díaz earned a BS degree in biotechnology engineering from Tec de Monterrey, Mexico, followed by a master's dual degree in applied ecology from Kiel University in Germany and Poitiers University in France, where she focused on environmental science and field research. She went on to work with at the Water Research Center for Latin America and the Caribbean before moving to the United States to pursue doctoral studies. At UC Davis, she completed a PhD in hydrologic sciences, specializing in water policy and management. Her professional career includes research and applied work across North and Latin America, from sustainable agriculture in Paro Valley, California, to social ecological resilience and in-stream flows in the Rio Grande and Rio Bravo Basin, to working with water rights and watershed restoration projects in Washington State. Fluent in both English and Spanish, she's committed to building science, policy, and community engagement, ensuring that water and climate solutions are both scientifically sound and socially equitable. In the 2+ years she's been with Cooperative Extension, her community outreach and research has far exceeded university standards. Her ongoing drought resilience assessment with Middletown Rancheria is a benchmark for the University of California as one of the first co-created projects weaving indigenous and Western science. It is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Laura Garza Díaz.
That was an introduction. Hello, everyone. Good morning, supervisors and community members. Again, my name is Laura Garza. I'm the Area Water Resources Management Advisor for UC Cooperative Extension. And today I would like to share an overview of the UCCE Lake Water and Climate Change Program. Just starting with the mission of this program, which is to provide research-based guidance, education, and technical support to community members, water users, and different stakeholders in Lake County. This program focuses on sustainable water management, in which I hope to help people to adapt to climate variability and fostering collaboration to protect water resources for the current and future generations. This program works at the intersection between 3 main pillars, which is water quantity, water quality, and climate change. This approach helps us to look at water challenges in a more holistic way, to make sure that management decisions are addressed not only for water supply, but also water demand, water quality, and long-term climate change resilience. This work spans through 4 different geographic scales efforts. At the local effort, I work directly with farmers, with tribes, and with smaller communities. I also work with the GSAs. At the county-wide level, I collaborate with Lake County departments, such as the Water Resources Department here in Lake County, and other groundwater sustainability agencies, including Big Valley GSA. For the regional scale, I look for, I support projects that are within watersheds that are shared between different counties. For instance, we have the Cache Creek watershed that is shared between Lake County and Yolo County, or everyone knows about the Eel River watershed, which is shared between Lake County, Mendocino, and Humboldt. And at the same time, that watershed, because of the water management strategy of Potter Valley, it also affects some other counties, such as Sonoma County and Marin County as well. And then, if you can go back. And the last geographic scale effort is a statewide level, in which this program aligns with broader California initiatives and programs, in which we ensure that the local voices of Lake County and Mendocino County are represented in statewide efforts. Now I'll showcase some of the different activities at the specific geographic scales. So at the local level, I've engaged through educational events and farm visits. For educational events, some examples include small farmers conferences, on-farm irrigation, workshops, drought strategies events for agriculture, in which I aim to provide resources and connect directly with growers and farmers, as well as community members with science-based practices that support water efficiency and sustainable water resources management. For farm visits, I support farmers and ranchers on water resources challenges that they might have, including irrigation scheduling or on-farm water budgets, among other practices. For instance, the picture in the middle is one that I really like, because it's one of my a really great two farmers. They're Jill's Organic Farm, and they're wonderful farmers who rely a lot on UCCE support. Myself, along with other UCC advisors, we will normally send them grants and different resources that they can use to support their on-farm activities. Next. Also, a core priority of this program in the local level is working with tribal nations. Historically, UCC would focus mostly on farmers and ranchers, but now that we know the importance of working with tribal nations, this is one of the core priorities of this program. For example, and Matthew already said it, I collaborated with Middletown Rancheria to develop a water and climate change needs assessment to support their needs. We did this by working together with Middletown. We applied for this proposal to the Institute for Tribal Environmental Professionals in order to fund a tribal student for 10 weeks during the summer. The student came from the Pascua Yaqui tribe from Arizona, and she was able to develop this needs assessment in collaboration with community members from Middletown. This was, of course, a wonderful experience for her and for me as well, because she was able to develop this needs assessment, but at the same time, she was allowed to work for a California tribe. She was able to meet other tribes as well, and she was able to go to different tribal events, for example, the Tule Boat Festival. Also, we supported Scotts Valley Tribe by hosting a tribal youth day, which was focused on bringing youth to the natural resources education within the University of California. So we developed this 2-day event. This took place in our UC Hopland Research and Education Center, where we aim to introduce all of the different university research and different professional programs within UC to the Scotts Valley youth. I must say that this was truly a two-way learning event. The youth were able to learn from different professionals paths through UC advisors, right? But also, I think UC advisors were able to learn about traditional ecological knowledge of California natural resources from tribal members, which are, the original scientists of the land. Next one. Then moving into a bigger scale, looking at county-wide activities, I support, again, agencies like the Lake County Water Resources Department. I work a lot with PAWAN, who is the director of the water department. And also, I've been attending to some of the Big Valley Groundwater Sustainable Agency meetings. I just started working with the Lake County Water Resources Department and Stantec to develop the Lake County Drought Resilience Plan. Here are just some examples of some educational material that I did for Mendocino County. And I aim to do all of this for Lake County as soon as we have the drought resilience plans ready. These resources are aimed for domestic well owners and state small water suppliers. And then, as I mentioned, I've been attending to the Big Valley GSA, or Groundwater Sustainability Agency, to look at, or first of all, to get familiarized with the area, but also to provide any technical support, technical expertise, and of course, educational outreach efforts in their projects related to SGMA, or the Sustainable Groundwater Management Act. Next one. At the regional scale, I'm leading a research project focused on the hydrologic, environmental, and climatic and social resilience of the effects of removing Scott Dam. This project aims to develop sort of like an interface for community members for them to see in a really clear way what would happen, or what are the effects and benefits of doing this. This project was funded by the California Institute of Water Resources and the USGS, and this will support also a graduate student from UC Davis to develop this project. And then at the statewide level, this program contributes to two major initiatives. The first one is that I'm co-developing this California Water course, which is a bilingual training program for early career water professionals and community advocates. We just started this in August. We were supposed to open this course for only 25 students, but people were really excited about this, so we have welcomed over 60 students. This is based in UC Davis, but hopefully in the future, we could have a chapter here in Northern California, in Lake County and Mendocino County. And then I've been also working with the WELL program, which is the water education for elected Latino leaders, which then it transformed into doing water education for BIPOC community leaders. This builds capacity among local elected officials to engage in anything related to water policy, from hydrology 101 to water rights to water policy aspects, so that they could have a more a better decision making when they're doing their efforts in their professional work. So those are some of the activities that we've done. Next one. As you were able to see, this program spans many different levels of work, from doing farm visits to educational events, to working directly with Lake County, to doing some state work. And so if you want to learn more about this UCCE Water and Climate Change Program, feel free to go into this website. I'm still building it, so there's still a lot of work to do there, but if you are really interested in some material, you're probably going to find it there. And if not, you can also always reach out to me. That's it for today. I have my email there. And also you can just look at the program. And if you have any questions,
Thank you.
happy to ask, happy to respond.
Questions from the board? I will open it up to the public briefly to see if there's anyone that would like to comment on this presentation.
Good morning, board. Dr. Garza Díaz, thank you so much for your presentation. Good morning, Dr. Barnes. Good to see you. It's absolutely inspiring, the work that you're doing. Thank you. Water is one of our most precious resources, and it's been undervalued and neglected for so long. So I look forward as a citizen to work with you and to preserve our groundwater management. And I am very excited to learn about the California Water course that you are working on and the Water Lab. It's fabulous. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
All right. Any other? Sterling, if you'd like to unmute.
All right, thank you. I was listening to your presentation. I just have a few questions. If you're going to be working in Lake County and you stated that you'll be doing a statewide for small small districts. I live in a small district of 409 active customers. I'm not sure if you'd be able to work with the special districts board with our water loss system and all that. I may have misunderstood your presentation, but also would like to know if that is something that you'll be moving into the county and helping with on major water losses, because 6 months straight, we lost around 63% of our treated water. We have numerous water breaks, asbestos water pipes. So these are some concerns, and seeing your presentation and wondering if that could help small communities in Lake County. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for your comment. I can definitely support the smaller special water districts in different projects. I'm trained to write grants as well, so if we can find some project related to, for instance, the asbestos in the water pipes, I can try to find some funding and then develop a project to support the water districts. I can leave out my email so that you can send me an email directly, and then we can just talk and figure out if we can develop a project together, or if you need any extra support that I can provide, I'll be happy to do so.
All right. There any, let me close this if there's no one else. Is there anyone else on Zoom? Ma'am, come on up, and then I'll open it up for us. Okay.
I just thought of one. Hello. Thank you very, very much. I only have two questions. I'm not sure if they're appropriate, but I live in Nice, and a large part of that community on that side of Highway 20 does not have water. And I was wondering, and also I met a student that just graduated. He's 16, and there's no programs for him, and you were talking about programs for the youth. And I'm wondering, are you going to have programs that the children here in this county, all children in schools can participate in learning about the water and the environment? One, is there a program for the children here? Two, is there a program where people on that side of the highway could get water, even if it was like, some program to help them get water? Or is that an appropriate question?
So can you finish so that there's not a back and forth? Once you're
Sorry.
finished, yes. Are you finished or do you have more?
Finished.
Okay, thank you. And then go ahead, you can go ahead and answer that briefly.
Yeah, so for the first part where you mentioned there's a community without water, I can definitely go and look at the area and see what are the main problems. I can't bring water, right?
I know.
Because that's a whole new level. But I can definitely go and make an assessment, and then we can, write something so that your community members can come and ask for that. I can definitely help you with that. And related to the program for the youth, if there's a need, outreach is one of the main things that we do at
great.
UC Advisors. And so if there's a need to develop a program for youth or for kids to learn more about water in general, water quality and all of that, that's something that I could definitely do.
Great.
Yeah.
Good. Then you guys can follow up after then. That sounds good. Thank you very
Okay.
much. Is there any other public comment? I'm going to close public comment, and I know that you had something, and I know Supervisor Spati had something.
Yes, I hadn't seen your classes before, what's in your material. Are you going to be offering something along those lines on a yearly basis? Will it be offered again, those classes? Because I know you've got one left, which is basically the graduation.
We just started this program this year. It was sort of like our pilot program. We are aiming to have this every single year. And as I was mentioning, this was for the whole state of California. So we see a lot of different, case studies in the Central Valley in South California and all of that. So my goal is that in the near future, maybe next year or the following year, is to have one chapter for Lake County and Mendocino County so that we can just look specifically at water challenges that are happening in our region.
Okay. And so you will probably be having something. Is it in this area where you hold it then, or would you be holding it in Sacramento?
No, it will be here. I mean, if we
Okay.
do a chapter in Lake County and Mendocino County, it would be in this area.
Thank you.
Supervisor Sabatier? Nope. All right, well, thank you for this presentation. If there's no other questions or comments, we appreciate it, and we'll look forward to what the future holds. Thanks.
Thank you.